So once upon a time, Mesa, Arizona was nothing but retirement communities, and that was like 50 plus years ago. Not a pretty part of Mesa. But in today's world, Mesa is exploding. More specifically, the southeast part of Mesa, Arizona. And you want to know pros, cons, and the honest to God truth. Coming at you right after this. Look, we all know Mesa didn't really have a lot of nice stuff up until about 10 years ago. And that's when Eastmark came into the picture. And they changed Mesa forever. I'll tell you, Eastmark is on the map nationally. One of the top rated master plan communities throughout the US. I am telling you, it changed what people wanted, desired, and enjoyed as a master plan community. What do I mean more specifically? I am talking the city of Mesa even built a ginormous park called the Great Park right smack dab in the middle of Eastmark. It is a huge park, it is a farm, it is a community center, it has basketball courts, it has lakes, it has a huge jungle gym called the Orange Monster. That's what it is. Even I got on the top of that, and I have to tell you, it's a little scary from the top looking down. But there's this huge farm that every day at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. they open up and you can buy fresh vegetables and fruit depending on what they're growing that time of year. They have a little cafe that also serves food made directly from that farm. There is also coffee right there, fresh brewed every single morning. There is an amazing community pool. You have to be a homeowner there. And also a splash pad. I love the pool because it has a basketball hoop in it. Like, it's awesome. I'll tell you, if you're looking for the full gamut of master plan communities, Eastmark sets the standard high. And since they've been building, they've built more parks in Eastmark. There's a skate park, there's a softball park, and let's not forget, just outside of Eastmark is this place called Bell Bank Park. It is the world's largest privately owned sports complex, and it is insane. I don't care if you're talking indoor, outdoor sports. We're talking restaurants, watching football, baseball, basketball, soccer, pickleball, volleyball, sand volleyball, e-games. We're talking the ninja going through the jungle gym. I'm telling you, this place is ginormous, and there's so many great things for kids right smack dab in this part of the Mesa area. Now, here's the thing. Southeast Mesa is not equal, meaning that if you are looking for new or newer construction, you have to give us a call because so many people are being duped. Yeah, duped. Dun, dun, dun. They're being duped because here's the thing. When builders build new communities, first of all, they are there to make the most money, number one. Number two, the contracts that they're writing are builder friendly. They're not friendly to the buyer. And the buyer either accepts their terms or they don't get a house, right? So you think. And the agent that's working in the office, oh, they're super nice because they want your money. And they don't care if the community down the road is a better fit for you or maybe even a better buy. Look, if you are going to buy new construction, you have to give us a call. There's over 30 different communities there. And I'm telling you, with the water situation, here's what they will tell you. Oh, don't worry, we already have our water certificates and we already have our permits. And that is true. But part of the reason you're buying in this new community is because you're expecting the rest of the area to fill in. And that might be what's changing. So you're going to want to call us. We'll walk you through everything. But here's the thing. There are other communities that do have some amazing benefits for the family lifestyle, for raising children, for local activities. Look, it's kind of cool and hip to be a young parent today because you could go to the clubhouse, you could hang out at the family pool, and you can socialize. You can have your little sippy cup and socialize with all your neighbors. It is fantastic for kids. Like, I remember my kids growing up, it was so exciting to go to the public pools here, but now there are community pools, mega gorgeous community pools in many of the different communities. But again, some of the newer ones, we might be seeing a change in that environment because of what's going on with the drought in the state of Arizona. We're not running out of water, guys. They're talking about right now, if we continue at the rate that we're going, in 100 years, we're going to be 4% short. So they're making changes now so that does not increase, and then hopefully we can actually change that 4% to 0. So they're making accommodations for the future, and that is the way Arizona has always managed their water. Here's a little tips. Arizona has had a water management program for over 60 years. They knew back in the 80s that they needed to put some mechanisms, laws, rules in place in order to assure that we had longevity for the water. California did not adopt this until 2014. I wonder why they're having a problem. So in the southeast part of Mesa, you want to be very careful and not listen to that salesperson. That's exactly what they are, a salesperson. I'm a licensed realtor. My job is to find you the best home that works for you, not to sell you that one particular home and only that home. Big difference, guys. Now this is the part I like about Southeast Mesa. Depending on the community, you are going to be right off the 2 freeways. 2 now in this part of the Southeast Mesa is the 202, which right where it comes out the new 24. Yay! There's a reason for it, guys. You want to know what it is? And it leads to this next part. If you buy in this part of the Southeast Mesa, there's so many pros. You get a newer community, you get a cleaner community, you get a very modern community, you get a newer home, state-of-the-art technology. You are also getting brand new pools that have modern technology, and I'm telling you, it's better than chlorine pools and plaster pools. Like, everything is exponentially better and will be in this part of the area. And here's the one thing that this part of the valley lacks, and that is jobs that will be changing over the next few years, and that's why 24 got put in. So LG Energy announced that they will be opening their next battery campus manufacturing plant right at the end of where 24 hits Ironwood. Now, it is still dirt right now, but if you look at the way Chandler has exploded over the last 30 years, that's potentially what's going to be happening in this part of town. Now, right now, we have somewhat of a moratorium on new construction that will not be affecting commercial or retail. So we're going to see probably more developers move towards that direction. Right now, we're going to see that commercial and retail catch up to the residential, but we're going to see probably fewer permits out this way. So now's a good time to get into the new or newer construction, because you're going to see more appreciation. We're going to also probably see the builders are going to be exponentially raising their prices and pulling back those concessions that they are currently offering. So I'm telling you, 2023, this is a fantastic part of the greater Phoenix area to make that purchase. This area will continue to see jobs created. It is a hot spot. It is fantastic. It has not only the freeway system that is there now, and then also the 60 that is the furthest north part. It also has other commercial and retail that's going to be catching up. So we're going to see that livability index increase. We're going to see more companies move out this way. The supply chain that will be supporting LG are going to start moving out here. We already have the Facebook, the Google, and Apple buildings, the data centers being built. And although those don't offer a ton of employment, they are going to have a very strong presence in this part of the area. Why? Because there is a rail system on this part of town. There's now freeway access, and we have Mesa Gateway Airport. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't know if I want to live so close to the airport. One of the things I did not realize until one of my clients mentioned it, and we were looking all over the valley, they were like, no matter where I live, I feel like I see aircraft in the air. And I was like, you're right. If I'm trying to fly my drone in a restricted fly space because of either one of the many airports, it's amazing how many airports we have. So we do have a lot of aircraft in the air, whether it be military, test flights, helicopters, I call them puddle jumpers, or the large planes. Now, the only place you can catch a 737, 757, an Airbus, etc., is the Phoenix International Airport. And from this part of the greater Phoenix area, you're only talking about 35-minute drive. That's fantastic. You also, in this part of town, are talking fantastic fantastic medical care and lots of choices. We're talking top-rated schools, and here's the thing, I don't know if Great Schools hasn't caught up yet, but look at these two different maps. I love using Great Schools because it tells us what the ratings are. And then I just look at Google Maps for school. There's a big difference. So that's how new this area is. So some people say that's the bad because it's too new. It doesn't have the big beautiful trees and the big grassy areas, but that is to come. So we are seeing a lot of farming community turn into those single family homes. Those are the areas that we will continue to see new construction. And when agriculture surrenders to housing, they actually use less water, and that's a good thing. So if you want to know what's going on specifically in different areas, maybe in a year or two, you got to give us a call now. We'll stay in contact because I'm telling you, we got the inside. We have all kind of relationships, not only with builders, but people within the city, and definitely the planning and zonings, because there is so much coming in this area that's not even public information. So if you're thinking that it's too new or it's too out there, it's not. Now is a fantastic time to get in and again, ride that appreciation. All right, guys, look, if you want to buy a new home, a newer home, a forest property, a condo, whatever it is, you got to give us a call. We will get you in the right area based on where you are today in your life and also where you are going. Home ownership isn't something that you just do for a quick 1 year or 2 years. In fact, we say if you're going to be in an area or a home for less than 3 years, it is better to rent. And here's the thing, in this part of town, you will not find very many high density rentals. This part of the greater Phoenix area takes a lot of pride in home ownership and just keeping it single family homes. They don't want the high density. They don't want the high rises or mid rises or apartments or condos, because that density changes the way it feels. Look, when you are in this part of town, I'm telling you, your stress level just disappears. Even the freeway driving, it's open. There's not a lot of traffic. You are only 10-15 minutes from the mega shopping area called Santan Village. You can have your cake and eat it too here in Southeast Mesa, but you got to give us a call because it's not just about Eastmark. There's a lot of other areas and we want to talk to you about it. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona and all the surrounding areas. Can't wait to hear from you. Talk to you soon. Bye.